just here to game, baby, chill and relax. But watch your words or they'll hit you with the axe. Talk about potatoes, pizza, maybe pie, but not that square in the middle of July. The Great Firewall is always on patrol. They're reading your chats, they're in control. Say T-word once and you're out of the room, like a digital ninja. Boom, boom, boom. You can talk about wars in France or the mess in the USA, but say one thing about Beijing and your game account go bye-bye. Hey, no, 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 you can't say that. Talk about the party, you'll fall flat. History's a mystery, just move along. Stick to safe topics or you'll be gone.
You wouldn't be saying any naughty, bad things down in the comments now, would you? Certainly not statements about the status of Taiwan or its sovereignty. Certainly nothing to say about the great leader Mao Zedong. Hmm? Well, to clarify some things, you did see this flash at the intro there. You saw that come by pretty quick. These have nothing to do with language barriers, okay? This is something that keeps happening with the anti-cheat programs that are going to continue invading each and every game that comes out throughout the years. Even the single-player games are going to start facing these things because, God forbid, you do something crazy in your own game. This kind of follows along the line of how Congress is working with the automakers here in the U.S. to pass the RPM law, which will prevent people owning their cars. You won't be prevented from owning cars, but you'll be prevented as an owner from modifying your vehicle. That's right. It came from the factory a certain way. You're not allowed to change that. You might even not be allowed to paint it, considering, at least not certain colors, considering they're very upset over highly reflective paint, as well as matte black being paired with blackout headlights and blackout taillights. Now, I bring all that up because ordinarily, as it stands today, those things are not illegal. Much in the same way that players who were banned from Marvel Rivals illegitimately, meaning their ban was not righteous, right? You heard a righteous kill, right? So a righteous ban. So what ended up happening was, much like the flat black, the matte black, if you will, much like the blackout taillights, there were layers added on to the game to enhance a player's experience. Now, these aren't wall hacks. These aren't targeting hacks. These aren't any type of, like a lag switch, if you remember what those are. None of that. What actually was happening is, to clarify, James is a community manager within the Marvel Rivals Discord server. And what James explained about the situation is that much like how these taillights and tint and matte black are causing sort of a fuss about these vehicles disappearing in the night, you now have these things are legal. Like I said before, these modifications to your vehicle are perfectly legal. You can buy them at your local parts store. Similarly, this is what James had to say about what was going on with the bans at Marvel Rival. Recently, we've received feedback from players regarding an issue where some individuals playing in compatibility layer programs have been mistakenly flagged as cheaters. Even without using any cheating software. This has resulted in bans, and lots of them, by the way. We sincerely apologize for such a situation and want to assure we do not and will not ban players who are playing fairly and without cheating. So what the situation is that these are sort of like people who have bad eyesight, if you will. They need eyesight enhancement, hearing enhancement, if you will. Again, you can view this as a cheatsy doodle if you're trying to do like the whole hear a footstep coming thing. But other than that, it's really more to enhance your ability to play the game. If you're someone who has ability, have a differently abled experience with sensory stuff. And that's mainly what this stuff was sensing. And so people got their accounts unbanned. And like I said at the beginning, that doesn't have anything to do with the language situation. However, this is coming off the Marvel Rivals announcement that Dracula will be the next big bad in the first season here, okay? This is the Endless Night, I think is what it is, season. I'm not really sure. I don't know what they titled it. I think it's the Endless Night. But we also have the Fantastic Four that are joining the lineup in this. And that's bringing a lot of people to the platform. And a lot of people on the platform means they're going to start having conversations. And those conversations in the chat are going to go in all different kinds of directions. If you know anything about gamers, there's a lot on their minds. So here we have it. Asmongold stumbled upon this sort of by accident, but kind of directed by his chat as well. Now, what you're going to find here is that there's been some editing done, so we're going to pause. We're going to take a minute to talk about that. But I want you to really just absorb what happened here to Asmongold. And he's just a regular player, too. They didn't offer him any special doodad or anything like that. So it's not like he's been banned for sponsorship purposes from saying certain phrases, okay? So here you go. See that? The text contains inappropriate content. And there it is right there. And it says free Taiwan right there. That's all he said was free Taiwan. And that's not admissible into the chat. You can't send that. It won't let you hit enter. It says Taiwan is bad. He wrote Taiwan is bad next. And that was perfectly fine to go into the chat. You can tell your friends all about how bad Taiwan is. Can't tell them to be free. Can't tell Taiwan to be free, though. Can't do that. You could say that. Free Taiwan says, oh, can't be happening. Not allowed. Can't do that, pal. Here we go. Can't do free Hong Kong either, because that's another place that we're not supposed to acknowledge exists. Nope. Can't do free Tibet either. Why don't you Google that, huh? When you get done with this video, why don't you run on over and see what the CCP's problem is with Tibet? You could do that one. You could type in free Palestine. That's no problem. That's not going to make anybody who has different feelings about that feel weird or bad or anything like that. Not at all. Yep. Okay, you can't even write Taiwan #1 in here. Consider how long, like you saw in the intro, one of the posts made to X in response to this, consider how long it took them to compile a list of phrases that do this, okay? Even with AI, you still have to keep generating over and over again in order to capture most of the chaos that the human mind can create around a single phrase. Otherwise, you end up with meme magic and things get out of control very quickly if you're in the business of controlling speech. You certainly cannot type Tiananmen Square in there. However, you're more than welcome to write it down in the comments below, but I will warn you, YouTube does bump things sometimes. It puts it in the potentially inappropriate section that I have to go through and manually approve your comments one by one. Now, sometimes you guys are down there saying some things that, might not be advertiser friendly, and I still approve them. I can't do YouTube links and I can't do hashtags because I don't know where they lead every time. However, what I can do is if you do have some pro-Taiwan things to say and you do have some not so nice things to say about the CCP that are YouTube friendly, meaning we can't go using sailor words, right? Can't go talking like dock workers down below. But you're more than welcome, gentlemen and ladies, to let me know, and the chat, if you will, know how you feel about this whole situation. Yeah, you're not allowed. You're not allowed. Can't do that. You can't write certainly not Tiananmen Square Massacre. You can't even enter the date 1989 as the beginning of a sentence. But wait, there's more. Can't say Dalai Lama. You can type 9/11 was an inside job now. That's okay to say, but don't you dare type 1989. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is inappropriate content in Marvel Rivals. Okay? Can't type that one in there either. Can't be putting that in the chat either. Again, you have to think it's not just about Taiwan. It's not just about this. This is all the kind of stuff that the human mind can create for chaos around these phrases, terms, names, places, whatever you'd like. They tasked at either an AI or a warehouse full of guys to come up with all the different ways you could make the CCP very unhappy. Like I said, leave a comment below to make Xi Jinping cry. You can say virus, you can say Wuhan separately, but not together. You say Kim Jong Un, say Stalin. You can't say Mao Zedong is evil, but like I said in the beginning, you can't even say he's good. Can't even say Mao Zedong is good. You can't even say Mao Zedong in the chat. So their greatest leader you can't even mention because they know any chaos surrounding that name is going to indefinitely lead to defaming their great leader. Great. He's the Voldemort of China, apparently. Yeah, that's just the way it is. Bing chilling. Bing chilling. Hmm. Now, you might be wondering though, like, it's Marvel Rivals, so obviously Disney has to have a hand in this. Well, this may have slipped below your radar back at the beginning of last year. This is from February 7th from editor in chief here at Bounding Into Comics, Spencer Bakuli. So you know it's legit. So here you have it right here. Disney announces a 1.5 billion dollar investment in Epic Games, plans to collaborate with the Fortnite developer on an all-new games and entertainment universe. Now, this was just a year ago, so you know that Marvel Rivals was already in development. However, they decided to make a huge investment in it, right? And now we understand why. We understand why because the Chinese are going to guard this with their lives. They don't have Disney has no fear of this game going under. Disney has no fear of this game getting corrupted by the influence of the West, the way that Overwatch 2 ended up becoming. Overwatch 1, admittedly, also suffering from that. I won't forget what they did to Soldier 76 and Reaper. Never ever. I will never forget that. That was evil. Evil. But anyway, back to this train wreck. So I want to make it abundantly clear here that with Disney's like being arm deep in this, this clearly meant that they made an investment in something that had nothing to do with their politics. Take a look at Marvel Rivals. It is not dripping with the West's agendas. It's not dripping with the don't sexualize women. It's not dripping with the all body types are equal. It's not dripping with the every race has a chance to be every other race except for that race. Yep, it doesn't have that either. What it has is a very hyper stylized version of Marvel characters, and that's why it does very, very well. Now, I want to bring your attention to this, right? The Fantastic Four being brought in here, right? Now, this looks good. You got the thing in an advertisement here on this one. You've got Sue Storm's butt in this one. I don't know about you, but more people are excited about Sue Storm's butt than the release of Overwatch 2. Okay, go ahead and check it out. Go on X, search Sue Storm, search Invisible Girl. I don't know what Invisible Woman, Invisible Girl. I think it's Invisible Woman now. I think they changed it. I think it's Invisible Woman now. You'll have to let me know down in the comments. But yeah, like I said, everyone's excited about Sue Storm's butt. All right. Now, you'll have to let me know down in the comments below what you think about that. If you really think that the butts are what really drives the numbers around here, because it's pretty undeniable that Marvel Rivals is eating Overwatch 2's lunch. They are just, NetEase is walking in and taking the cake from Blizzard. And it's not even funny. Okay. You've seen the numbers. You've seen how the gameplay's going, at least on the Steam platforms. I can't say about Battle.net, but at least over there on the Steam platform, it is not doing too well for Overwatch. And so I wanted to bring this up, right? We've got this here in closing, is that it looks like, and I believe it's been confirmed now today, that Hela and Hawkeye, not Hot Guy, right? Hawkeye. I know you. I know you're out there. I know you make that joke just like I do. I know you. But anyway, these two are getting nerfed. Apparently, they've got a little too much chutzpah to their ability, and it seems a little tilted. Now, in all of this, all right, if you've made it to the end of this video, I do want to stress to you, this is not a call to delete your account, to run away, to poo poo and destroy Marvel Rivals, okay? From what I understand, because I have friends that play this and stuff like that. I have an internet daughter. I met her through gaming. You know, parenting wasn't working out for her in real life because her parents were really busy, and so I just kind of became her internet dad. And I found out through college, while she was in college, that she did. She was the team captain, right? I found out that she was team captain of three different teams, and one of them was Overwatch, right? And so she was doing this rank stuff for her esports team at college. So this is a person that's very, very in tune with this style of hero shooter gameplay, particularly the Overwatch delivery of that. Now she's also was the captain of a Valorant team as well. So she understands the other end of this gameplay mechanism that's being rolled into Marvel Rivals very slowly, but it's coming. All right, it's getting there. So here we have Hela and Hawkeye. And so what she explained to me is that these characters have like when there more people want to play these characters and they add like a heavier damage toll is what I understand when they're out there, and so they're going to roll back some of what they're able to pay out in damage to balance things out again, because this is what most people who are on the professional, I use that professional level, right? My internet daughter is not a professional. She just, was captain of her esports team in college. So that's it. But the these people who play this game and on a serious level have explained to me that it is very balanced and it is very fun to play. All right. Now, I'm not making the case that you should delete it, right? What I am telling you is to be aware. There will come a time when you have to make a decision about this. If you're going to follow along and continue supporting what this company is doing to obey their government, they don't have a choice. They didn't sit down and decide, okay, we've got to ban all of this. We've got to keep all these attitudes out, right? That wasn't their decision. That came from the government. So there will come a time when you have to make a decision about this, much like how we're making a decision about Western games. China isn't the solution. However, they're showing us what works. Okay? So bear in mind, for now, Marvel Rivals is a great game. Hopefully, back here in the West, we will get a answer to that is just as fun, dynamic, with just as much ass, right? There's a lot of ass in the game, okay? I'm for it. I'm for it. I don't know about you. Let me know down below if you're for it or not. Let me know. But, like that pun? Yeah? The situation that's unfolding with this game is that the censorship is going to continue to become more and more erratic as people invent new phrases to make fun of the CCP through. And so there will come a time to make a decision. Are you going to support the game with the government just sinking its fingers right into it, making sure that you can't have any discussion? Because as you know, eventually it's going to come up. And as it becomes taboo, more people are going to want to talk about it. You know how this works. But that's what I have to say about this. Make sure that your programs that you have to enable your ability to play the game are at least known, right, to you, so you can let the people who ban you know that you're not cheating. And if you happen to say anything about Tiananmen Square, I guess God help you. Good luck out there.